So, honey, camera is there. You see that little spot.
I will talk to there, not to you, right?
Time, but if 在中国文化里啊，一般来说是妈妈在家里做事比较多。当然，我觉得中西方都是这样，大多数是这样。那么就在 COVID 以后呢，因为我丈夫就不上班了嘛，他基本上把90%的工作都接过去了，因为我开始做我的泥塑频道啊，还有我的这个就中文的这个频道啊，因为我要做这些事情以后，很自然他就把家务啊、弄孩子事慢慢都接过去了啊。爸爸在家里的做这么多事啊，会不会觉得抱怨啊？看看他的心情是怎么样。You do so much at home. You take care of kids like 90% work. Send them to the school, cook the breakfast.
I will tell them why. 因为没有阿姨。
没有保姆在家。So you see, 你看他就没有说妈妈没有做，或者说啊我太太没有做，他是说因为我们没有阿姨。你看很有意思啊。所以在家里呢 ，Honey, can you understand a little bit what I talk?
No. Maybe next time.
That's good. I think it's very good.
Yes.
I feel, 我觉得my husband is very, 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 very good. 因为就是跟我认为的我的文化里，所认识的这个男生在家里那个角色非常不一样。他早上从做早饭送孩子开始啊，一直到接孩子回家做晚饭什么，就是他能干他都干了。当然我也是会做很多，比如说清理啊，就是他不在意他做很多，他也不会说坐在那里就你做，会我做的时候他也会一起帮忙。所以呢，我就想问一问 Richard， 在你的文化里面 I want to ask you in your culture, the man husband do so much at home is what do you feel?
I think that in Western culture now, where the wife has to work, otherwise you can't survive with the economy, that everybody in the family have to work together. Not just the wife and the husband, but all the children get to work as well. Everybody have their job, otherwise the family can't survive. Because if the mother go out to work, the father go out to work, children go to school, nobody at home to clean the house. So when everybody comes home, you do a little bit of cleaning here, and you can't just drop stuff on the floor like our kids do.
Excuse me. Sorry, that's honey, very good. You keep on talking.
Oh, okay. So we come back to this now. Okay. When I was very young, and that was like decades ago, my dad went to work and my mum didn't go to work. So my mum was the ayi. We didn't know that when we were kids. We just thought that was what mum did. But really, mum was doing too much. And now in Australia, probably in the US, most Western countries, if the wife doesn't work, the family can't survive. So it's normal for everybody to work in the home, do their thing. Of course, in some families, maybe people go and watch the sport instead of helping the wife, but this is probably only 50% of Australia. Yeah. So anyway, I'm lucky. I'm not working at the moment, so I have much time to spend to do things in the home. Yeah, I'm very happy to do that. And you know,
thank you.
When I do all these things, I start to appreciate what my mother did many, many years ago. We don't appreciate what our mums do for us until we have to do it ourselves.
Tissue.
No, for you.
Exactly. And after I start to do my channel, I take so much time, do my work. I feel 90% work go to you. So what do you feel?
We don't think, and when I say we, me and the kids, we don't think mummy does no work. Like, it's just channel take too much time.
The work takes
it's not the work, it's time.
It is.
So, and this is what happens with anybody's work. Mom or dad go to work. kids don't see them in the daytime. But if mum's sitting in the home and doing the work, then kids think, why is mummy not talking to me? Why is mummy not playing with me? Right? So it's easy to accept that the parents go to the work and come home. But working at home is a very different thing, because when the person working at home is at home, people expect them to give attention. Not possible.
Actually, one thing very good is in this situation, because before we have maid clean our home every day, and our work is focused on our work. So in this time, how we teach children help us.
Very hard, very difficult. They don't want to learn.
So,
it's the truth. It's the truth. Yeah.
Sometimes, honey, how can you convince them to do some work? Like they don't want to do. How do you explain them? I mean, not shout to them. Just tell them. How can you make them do the work?
You say, if you don't do the work, you can't have your iPad. This is the only thing that works.
So you see, sometimes my daughter complaining, oh, mommy, you are so busy. You're always working. You never pay attention. Did she want more attention? I said, if you do more work, I mean, share more cleaning or a little bit cleaning or put away the dishes, mommy will have more time for you. So then she learned, she thinks, so honey, she did understand.
They're very good.
They do so much.
They're kids, and kids are not able to be consistent because they're kids. Yeah.
I always try to tell children what daddy and mommy do for this family, because when I was young, my parents, especially my mom, she put all the burden on herself, never let us know that. So I always try to tell the kids what mommy, daddy do, and let them understand. And they need to share if we need them, their help.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I feel too tired, she feel, 妈妈你也不陪我一起什么玩啊什么什么。I said, if you help me more about this, that, I will have time drawing with you.
After COVID, the world changed. Before COVID, we had work. Before COVID, we live in Asia. Australia is my home country. 但是北京是我的老家。老家。
也他很喜欢。
我想北京。
很喜欢北京，很喜欢中国，喜欢中国人。每次我们去 Box Hill， 他就说feel like go back to hometown 就是什么都不一样。Our relationship from beginning to until COVID, we all live in Asia. After we come back to Australia, everything changed. We try to, how to say? Adapt, yeah, 就是要适应这里的生活。每个人都有 big challenge, 有很大的挑战啊。那么 one thing very different is before I manage children or maid or cleaning, or my husband is always working.
All I have to do is fly to Japan every week.
对，他的工作呢，就是他们的公司如果在不同的国家和城市有项目的话，他就要总是去那个国家去 supervise 啊、开会啊、去监督啊这样的。那么其实在 Richard 工作的时候，我和他见到的很少。And you are very tired after come back. You need to take a rest. And I think you still try to involve to take kids to restaurant or we go to supermarket. 但 Richard 我觉得他一直不管他忙还是现在他没有工作，他一直他的那个 center 就是家庭，就是他不管去哪里啊，很远的地方，我都感觉他是在关注我的。No matter where you go, I always feel you care for me.
But in Australia, life changed, and we miss a lot of things in Asia. But in Australia now, we have many, many more opportunities. In Macau, kids can't swim. Here, they're already in the silver training squad, and they swim 3 days a week. They have ribbons, they have medals, and they have something really good to do every week.
After we came to Australia, we become more interdependent. Everyone. You know, we do so much things which we never do before. Also, I feel we are more close.
You have to be. Well, we're more close because we don't go off to work every day. We can go to swimming, and we can go to the zoo, and we can go to the movie and all this, but it's not as busy here as Asia. We can't walk down the street and go to the restaurant. You have to plan it, and you have to go at the time that the restaurant's open. Because here in Australia, the cost of the staff is so much. The restaurant can't open 24/7. And
even open, we can't afford.
And we live in a beautiful part of Melbourne, almost countryside. So the only time we can find great food is when we go to Box Hill. In Melbourne, Box Hill is like little China. And all the restaurants are great.
In this last 3 years, more than 3 years, both of never do so much housework, cleaning, cooking, never ever do so much. It's
And
such a big
before,
challenge.
we always live in an apartment. And why we buy a house, I don't know. Now we have to cut the grass, cut the trees, cut the weeds, paint the deck, clean the leaves from the roof. Fix this, fix that. Before we just call. This one broken, please come.
So 我们的生活完全
Now,
不一样。
I call myself, this one broken, please come.
所以我们其实 last 3 years, the life we never have before is so big challenge.
It's okay. It's just challenge.
Challenge.
Because before we have good salary, we don't have to worry about cost of electricity, cost of gas. Now maybe every 3 months we change the company to get a better price.
So my husband has so much time to 他就是有很多时间会
Look at the camera.
去跟不同的人
Who's
去
that?
砍价呀，很有意思。
Even the dog eats different food every month depending on the cost. So here we are back in Australia. Somebody told me once that you move from one country to another, and they have, I don't know what you say in Chinese, but in English we call it culture shock. When you change the country, change the culture. Somebody told me many years ago that the worst culture shock was re-entry shock. When you live outside of your country for a long time and you come back, and it's big shock. Yeah, it's so different.
他对澳洲的那个文化的这种 shock 比我的要严重。他从小长大，他对澳洲的印象和他现在回来，因为他离开澳洲20多年啊。
Yeah, 30年
Almost
我住为澳大利亚
离开，
好的，
对，将近离开澳洲30年，几乎啊。所以他回来以后就觉得这个地方完全不是他以前，就是乡音未改，但是其他一切都不一样。
I have Australia passport, but I'm not really sure what country I belong to.
So 我以为
This is
他
not
是，
Chinese, I know that.
我还以为他有镜头恐惧啊，完全。我觉得他有镜头恐惧，所以一直我在以前的片子里不敢拍他，因为一般镜头对准爸爸的时候，对准他的时候，他就 frozen， 他就不动了，他就那样。
No, I'm not scared at all. Look at me.
Today is OK。那我们下一次见了。
再见。
再见。